afternoon. Welcome to the She Shed. It is Emma Roberts. Now, I don't usually do a video from my kitchen, but in the light of everything that's going on at the moment with this coronavirus and all that, I thought that I would show you when I'm feeling a little bit run down or just lacking a little bit, that actually some of the foods, natural foods and herbs and spices can have medicinal properties that are absolutely amazing for our immune systems. And so I'm going to show you this really easy kind of broth type soupy dish that I make when I feel a little bit lacking and a bit low in, you know, just generally under the weather. And I think if you guys go out and stock up on all of your superfoods, I am sure that this will stand you in much better stead than bleaching and clean, you know, continuously using antibac and stuff like that. This will work from the inside out. And trust me, I do eat this a lot. Now this one I'm going to do, in this pan here, I've got some chicken stock. Now I have used the cubes just for quickness. So I've got 2 chicken cubes in there and 1 vegetable to about 1.5 litres of boiling water. Then here I've got some of my vegetables that I'm going to use. So I've got some spaghetti butternut squash, shiitake mushrooms, some sugar snap peas. I've got bean sprouts. We've got broccoli and baby corn. I think that's all I've got on there. So this is what we're going to make. We're going to make these with some turkey kind of balls that are going to just stew in the liquid. You don't have to add these, but just quickly. So I've got 500 grams of minced turkey. I've got half a lemon rind. I've got about 1 centimetre of grated garlic and ginger. I've got a little spoonful of fresh coriander. I've got a teaspoon of ground coriander. I've got an egg yolk, 2 tablespoons of plain flour. I've also got in there, I use the squidgy chilli, you know, the easy chilli, only because then it's not really, you don't get a massive chunk of it in there. And obviously I've got salt and pepper, and also I've got a spoonful of turmeric as well in there. So the spices that are going to go into my broth, I'll just quickly run you through those. So we've got half a cinnamon stick, and if you can see there, a couple of cloves, a teaspoon of turmeric. We've got some lemon, ginger, about 2 centimetres of ginger. Obviously you can adjust that to your taste if you like. We've got some spring onions. We've got a whole red chilli. And here I've got 2 cloves, big cloves of garlic. One I've sliced, one I've crushed. Okay, and I've also got some sesame oil and some avocado oil, fish sauce and soy sauce, and at the end I'm going to put some sesame seeds as well through that. And we've got some noodles. So you don't have to add the turkey meatballs, and you don't have to have the noodles. You can just have the soup, but it's so good. Make a big load and stock it up. So yes, I am going to spin my camera around and then I will show you the process. Okay, so I have just turned on the hob just fairly low with my stock in there. It's hot, you know, hot already, but I'm just going to start it off on a really low heat. Into that I'm going to put my spices. Now I'm going to put the lemon wedge straight in. Lemon's really good, full of vitamin C. My cinnamon stick, and I'm going to put in some of my chilies, and I've got some spring onions there as well, the turmeric and the cloves and the garlic. Now I don't fry my garlic or anything. I just let all of the flavours just go into the liquid, because then it's so much easier for your body to digest. I'm going to put some of the spring onions in and some of the chilies. Some will go on the end, on the top at the end. I'm just going to pop those in there and then slowly just let that simmer. Just get my actual spoon. So just mix that all around I'm also going to put into there at this point in time, I've got a blend of olive oil and avocado oil. I'm just going to put a splash of that in, and I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of fish sauce, like that, and a little about a teaspoon of sesame oil. Obviously, if you're allergic to sesame seeds or anything like that, do not put that in. Okay, so I'm also going to add in some light soy sauce. Again, I like quite a bit. It's up to you really, to your taste. I don't put salt in this because obviously we've got the soy sauce, and the stock cubes as well are fairly salty. So I'm going to literally just leave that to come up to a gentle simmer. Just get all of those flavours mingling around. And also you can add in some of your mushrooms at this point. I'm just going to show you first though how I do the turkey dumplings. So I'm going to pop this across to my back hob to carry on. And if you can see me there, I'm just going to pop these on here and show you what I'm going to do here with these. Just turn that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put on some gloves just because the turmeric can stain your fingers, and also obviously with turkey it is mince. Okay, so as I said, I have plain flour, turmeric, lemon zest. I put a bit of lemon juice in there as well, like squeeze the lemon. Ground coriander, the chili sauce, and we've got an egg yolk, and we've got some fresh coriander as well. I think that's everything. Oh, we've also got the ginger and the garlic grated. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to literally mush this together between. If you feel that it's too wet, you can always add some more flour. Now this is all I'm going to do is just mingle it all together. Now what would be ideal is if you let this sit for maybe a couple of hours in the fridge, just for all the flavours to get together and have a party. But for this I'm going to just show you, I'm literally, that didn't take long, right? All of that yumminess in there. I'm then just going to take a bowl about that size, can you see that? And I'm going to then just deglove quickly on that hand. Go away, phone. So now I'm back in my pan, and I'm just literally going to pop them in, gently simmer, just so that they cook through really slowly. So again, I haven't got my other glove on now, have I? I'm just going to pop them in. My phone's buzzing again, always. Pop them in. I'm going to put my other glove back on actually. That would be more simpler, wouldn't it? Okay. There we go. And these, you know, depending on the size you do them, they can make anywhere between 10 and 20 really, if you half the size of these. But look, they're already, I don't know if you can see, starting to take on the colour of the turmeric. They're really yellow. But all you want to keep them all roughly the same size so that they all cook at the same time. So that is just what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to leave it there for the purpose of this, and I'm going to let these cook. And I literally really slowly just let them cook for, I don't know, slowly for about 20 minutes really. Just keep sort of turning them around, just making sure that they're covered on the top sides as well. Okay, so I will see you once these are cooked. Okay, so whilst those little turkey dumplings are cooking in the broth, I'm just going to, in this pan here, I've got some of the avocado oil And I'm going to just turn that down slightly, and I'm going to begin just lightly cooking. I'm not going to cook some of them, I'm only going to cook the harder ones. The others will just sit in the bowl and the broth will actually kind of cook them through themselves. So I'm just going to put in the broccoli and the mushrooms and the sugar snaps. The bean sprouts and the butternut squash, sorry, will just go in the bowl. So actually, whilst that's cooking, if you can see here, I'm just going to pop these in the bowl like that. Some of those bean sprouts. This is hearty. I'm just going to give that a little stir around. Just let them just soften really. You just pop that to one side. So get a bit of colour on them. Again, you can put some garlic or into this as well if you like. You never get enough garlic. I love it. And my family must all stink. Because I use the garlic granules as well. They're so easy to use. You just throw them into all sorts if you don't want to be dealing with the cutting. Right, so I'm just going to let those lightly cook and then I will see you in a mo. Okay, so I've got my vegetables all in the bowl. I've also put my noodles into the broth, if you can see, with the turkey and the turkey balls. So I'm just going to put some of the noodles in the bottom, if I can do it delicately. No, I can't. This is why I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but I am an expert in knowing about my herbs and spices. So then I'm just going to add a couple of the turkey balls in, or maybe just, yeah, go on then, I'll have a little one more. And then what you want to do is get a ladle and scoopy some of the liquid and just pour it all over. And that is my son screaming his head off out of excitement or something. So sorry about that. So you add in the broth like that, as much as you like. I like it quite soupy actually. So I'd just keep adding to this. I'd keep adding some more stock in there. And then just to finish it, I'm going to add some fresh coriander. Look at this. I wouldn't normally eat like this, but it looks good, doesn't it? And this is what they do on the telly. Some spring onions and a couple of bits of chilli. And then also I'm going to shake on a few sesame seeds. Look at that wonderfulness. If you like, you can put a bit of drizzle of sesame oil or olive oil or the avocado oil, but I am literally going to eat this right now. Right now. Oh my god, that is amazing. I shouldn't look at these turkey dumplings. Yum. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to go and scoff this. So, just so you know, this recipe actually was inspired by a book called The Buddha Bowls, but I put my own little tweaks onto it. Keep eating your garlic and your ginger and all the herbs and spices that you can, because these are going to keep your immune system strong and healthy, and we're going to fight the coronavirus through food. So thank you for watching. I apologise that I'm in the kitchen this time. Well, actually, I don't apologise, but cooking is not my forte as such, but I've given it a go and I think we've done all right. So I'm going to go and scoff. Bye!